Remember 1995? I was 28, a self-made millionaire, living what I thought was the dream. I built a thriving business empire, brick by brick, multiple shops, warehouses packed to the rafters. I had money, I had security, I had it all figured out. Then, almost overnight, the internet arrived and turned my entire world upside down. It didn't just disrupt my business, it made it irrelevant. Imagine waking up to find everything you've built, every strategy you've perfected over years, rendered useless by new technology no one saw coming. I had two choices: give up or adapt. And if you know me at all, you know quit isn't in my vocabulary. So I dove headfirst into learning everything I possibly could about making money online. And just like most people today, I fell for the hype. I tried every single proven method out there, every shiny new strategy promising instant riches. And guess what? None of them were as easy as people claimed. In fact, most were outright scams or just required an insane amount of effort for minimal return. But through relentless trial and error, through losing millions and then making millions, I cracked the code. I rebuilt my businesses, but this time, the internet wasn't just an afterthought. It was the core of my entire strategy. Fast forward to today, and making money online isn't just important. It's an essential skill everyone needs to master. That's exactly why I'm making this video. I've spent years in the trenches, testing, failing, refining, pouring countless hours and dollars into understanding what actually works. And now, I'm here to help you avoid all the painful mistakes I made and fast-track your success. So, if you're sick of false promises, if you're done with the get-rich-quick fantasies, and you're ready to commit for the next 6 to 12 months to build something truly real and sustainable online, then this video is for you. No gimmicks, no BS, just the proven process that actually works. The online wealth wheel. Where are you right now? All right, so let's talk about the online wealth wheel. Whether you realize it or not, you are already on it. There are 3 main stages that define where people are in their journey to making money online, plus a secret 4th stage that only a select few ever reach. We'll unveil that one at the very end. Let's kick things off with stage 1, no side hustle. This is where everyone starts, and tragically, a staggering 55% of people never even begin. Think about it, inflation is eating away at our savings, making everything from groceries to gas more expensive than ever before. Relying on a single paycheck, a single source of income, is more dangerous today than it has ever been. It's like walking a tightrope without a safety net. One unexpected expense, one job loss, and your entire financial stability can collapse. So, if having a side hustle is so absolutely essential, why do 55% of people still avoid it? It's simple. The online space is a chaotic jungle. It's a relentless barrage of ads screaming proven methods and secret loopholes that promise instant wealth. These messages confuse more people than they actually help, creating a paralysis of choice. You see so many options, so much hype, that you end up doing nothing at all. The absolute key to starting the right way isn't chasing the latest trend. It's picking a method that genuinely suits your skills, your budget, and your lifestyle. For example, if you already possess a valuable skill, maybe you're a wizard with video editing, a pro at graphic design, a coding whiz, or even someone who can set up intricate Discord servers. People are actively paying great money for these services, and let me tell you, there's no shortage of demand. I've seen countless people, from stay-at-home parents to college students, turn these very skills into 6-figure incomes through freelancing platforms, or by simply leveraging their networks. My own nephew started by just editing short-form content for local businesses, and within a year, he had enough clients to quit his part-time job. But what if you don't have a high-demand skill to sell, or, quite frankly, you simply don't want to deal with clients, endless revisions, and chasing invoices? That's perfectly valid. That's where product-based businesses come in. And one of the most accessible and powerful options right now is selling products online without ever holding inventory yourself. Imagine the freedom of selling thousands of items without needing a single warehouse or worrying about shipping. I'll get into this in much more detail later, because this is where the real magic happens for most beginners. The trap, running a failing side hustle, that brings me on to Stage 2, running a failing side hustle. I'm classing a failing side hustle as earning less than $50 per month online. And sadly, a shocking 28% of people who actually start get trapped right here. Now, a lot of people aren't gonna like what I'm about to say, but it has to be said, it's almost never your side hustle that's flawed or doesn't work. You are most likely just not putting enough time and effort in. I know that might be hard to hear, especially if you feel like you're constantly hustling. But honestly, this isn't entirely your fault. It's often due to something insidious called shiny object syndrome. This is when you constantly jump from one trendy online money-making method to another, without ever truly committing and putting your absolute all into any of them. 1 week, you're obsessed with dropshipping, devouring every YouTube video on it. The next, you've moved on to print on demand. Then it's selling low-content books on Amazon KDP, followed by attempting to trade stocks, and then starting a social media marketing agency. The truth is, all the online money-making methods I just mentioned, dropshipping, print on demand, KDP, even starting an agency, they all work. I've seen success stories in every single one of them, but each method requires a different level of time, a different skill set, and a different commitment, and you'll never get anywhere by simply jumping from one to the other, barely scratching the surface of any of them. It's like that classic diagram of miners tirelessly digging for gold. They push through the rock, getting closer and closer, only to give up just before striking it rich. Instead of pushing through that last few feet, they abandon their progress, start fresh somewhere else, and waste all that initial effort, repeating the cycle over and over. If you find yourself stuck in this dangerous pattern, like the 28% of other people, then you need to recognize it and make a conscious decision. Pick one method and stick to it. Forget the idea of a perfect side hustle. There's no such thing. Just pick one that's relatively easy to start, has a proven track record, and most importantly, has the potential to scale. If you don't have a high-income skill to sell, and you're feeling overwhelmed by choice, I'm going to make this super simple for you. In all my years of experience, the thing that has consistently made me, and countless others, the most amount of money online is e-commerce, but not in the way most people assume. A lot of beginners hear online store and immediately think about dealing with mountains of inventory, navigating complex supplier relationships, or intricate website setups. That was certainly the case when I first rebuilt my businesses, but that's not the case anymore. That's because you can now utilize AI build Shopify stores instead of spending weeks or even months setting everything up like I had to back in the day. You can now use a free tool called Build Your Store. I had to launch a fully automated store that would normally cost hundreds of dollars to set up, but this does it for free in a matter of minutes. You literally just enter your name and email. Pick a niche that excites you, maybe fashion, cutting-edge tech gadgets, or even unique pet accessories, and the AI does the heavy lifting. It chooses potential winning products, designs your store with a professional aesthetic, and makes it look legitimate from day one. If you want to go through this process completely for free, I've put a link to it in the description below, and it'll walk you through everything step by step. From there, it seamlessly syncs directly with Shopify, giving you exclusive access to a 3-month Shopify trial for only $1 per month. That's practically free. But what about making sales? This is where most people get stuck. The biggest mistake people make with e-commerce isn't the setup, it's giving up too soon. Often because they dread dealing with inventory or fulfillment. That's why this free AI store builder also walks you through how to integrate a tool called AutoOdds. Think of AutoOdds like the autopilot system on a plane for your e-commerce business. It automatically imports trending products, updates pricing and images in real time, and even ships orders directly to your customers. This means you don't have to touch a single piece of inventory, package anything, or deal with tricky supply negotiations. You get to focus on the fun part, driving traffic and making sales, while the system handles all the tedious logistics. Full disclosure, Autads are long-term supporters of this channel, and I wouldn't be recommending them if I didn't genuinely believe in their product. Even if they weren't sponsoring this portion of the video, I'd still recommend them because they genuinely simplify the entire process. So, how do you drive traffic without spending a fortune? You can easily create a buzz around your products by creating compelling videos about them on TikTok for free. Imagine this. You get 100,000 views on a short, engaging video showcasing your product. If just 1% of those viewers go and buy your product for, say, $10, that's already $10. Zero in revenue. That's real money from a free traffic source. So, if you are truly serious about breaking out of the failing side hustle trap, then choosing a simple, automated model like this gives you the absolute best chance at success. No more bouncing between business ideas, no more getting caught in the shiny object trap. Just commit, launch, and put in the consistent work to scale it up. The breakthrough, running a successful side hustle, believe it or not. Only 16% of people who start trying to make money online ever make more than $50 per month. The people in this percentile make anywhere from $51 on the low end, all the way up to $10,000 a month. Of course, the higher end is what I'd consider truly successful, a life-changing income. So, what are these 16% of people doing differently? And how can you start applying it to yourself right now? Well, there are some very clear things I've noticed that consistently separate the people who struggle from those who actually make serious money online. And to help you get there, I'm going to break them down into 4 key steps that you can start following today. Step 1. Stop trying to appeal to everyone. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see beginners make. You might think casting a wide net will get you more sales, more customers, but in reality, it does the exact opposite. If you try to appeal to everyone, you'll appeal to no one. Your message gets watered down, generic, and ultimately ignored. Think about it like this. If you're shouting into a stadium full of people, hoping someone hears you, you're probably just making noise. But if you walk up to one person, look them in the eye, and speak directly to their specific needs, you've got their full attention. So, before you even start promoting your store, promoting your product, grab a notepad or open your notes app and spend some time describing your ideal customer. How old are they? What are their interests? What do they obsess over? What are their daily struggles? Their pain points? What type of content do they consume? Are they on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube? Which channels? What are their aspirations? The clearer you are about this, the easier it becomes to create content that actually grabs their attention and resonates deeply. For example, if you're selling sustainable, eco-friendly kitchenware, your ideal customer probably isn't a fast food junkie. They're likely someone who cares about the environment, enjoys cooking, and might be interested in zero-waste living. Your content should speak directly to them. Step 2. Stay consistent. Most people go all in for a few weeks, fueled by a burst of initial motivation. They post daily, they engage, they're on fire. Then, the moment they don't see instant, massive results, they vanish. Poof, gone. The key to long-term success isn't about working 12-hour days or waking up at 5 a.m. every single day unless that works for you. It's about prioritizing consistency over perfection. You just need small, daily, actionable steps that keep your store and your products in front of people. So here are some actionable things you should focus on every single day. Post content about your products daily. This isn't about going viral every day. It's about staying visible and consistently appearing in people's feeds. Think short, engaging videos, product demonstrations, or even behind-the-scenes glimpses. Engage with comments and messages. This is crucial for building trust, strengthening relationships, and increasing the likelihood of conversions. Respond genuinely. Answer questions. Show you're a real human behind the brand. Test different product descriptions and images. Even small tweaks here can significantly impact your sales. A different headline, a stronger call to action, or a brighter product image can make all the difference. Always be testing, always be optimizing. I remember when I first launched my online electronics store. I thought just listing the products was enough. Sales were slow. But when I started posting a short video every single day showcasing a different product feature or answering a common question about a gadget, things started to shift. It wasn't perfect, but it was consistent, and that consistency built momentum. Step 3. Show. Don't just tell. This is where most people's marketing strategies completely miss the mark. No pun intended. They just don't make it clear why someone should buy their product. They just list features and expect people to connect the dots. For example, let's say you are selling custom gaming controllers, the kind with extra buttons, or as you gamers know them, paddles and trigger stops. Just posting a gameplay clip with a link in the description isn't enough. People need a clear, compelling reason to buy your controller, instead of assuming they'll connect the dots themselves. You need to show and tell. Start by showcasing the controller up close. Let people see the craftsmanship, the unique design, the texture. Demonstrate how the extra buttons, paddles, and trigger stops enhance gameplay. Show a side-by-side comparison. One hand using a standard controller, the other using yours, clearly illustrating the speed and efficiency gains. Explain the real, tangible benefits. Talk about how these features help players react faster, execute complex moves seamlessly, and ultimately gain a decisive edge in competitive matches. Don't just say faster reactions. Show how it translates to winning more gunfights or landing that critical combo. Finally, compare it to a standard controller. Visually highlight exactly why yours is superior. Here's what you get with a basic controller. Now look at the precision and speed you unlock with ours. If customers can't clearly see the product, understand why it's different, and immediately grasp how it benefits them, they won't buy it. It's as simple as that. Think about how Apple markets their products. They don't just list specs. They show you how the product will integrate seamlessly into your life and make it better. Step 4. Build trust with social proof. People need proof before they spend their hard-earned money, especially when buying from a brand they've never heard of. It's human nature. Think about it for a second. Would you buy a fitness program that promises insane results, but has zero before and after photos, no testimonials, and no real-world success stories? Probably not. You'd be skeptical, and rightly so. So, how do you build that crucial trust, especially when you're just starting out and don't have hundreds of customer reviews? Order your own product and record an unboxing video. Show exactly what customers will receive. Be transparent. Let them see the packaging, the quality, the actual item. This is incredibly powerful because it manages expectations and builds confidence. If you don't have sales yet, ask friends or family to test them out and leave honest reviews. This is better than not. Hang it all. Make sure they are honest reviews. Authenticity is key. These initial reviews can serve as a foundation. Showcase real people using your products instead of relying solely on generic stock photos. People have been burned by bad online purchases before. We've all seen those situations where the product arrives and looks absolutely nothing like the picture. Make sure your customers know exactly what they're getting and why other people are loving it. User-generated content is gold. Encourage customers to share their experiences. Run contests for the best photos or videos using your product. Building trust takes time and effort, but it's non-negotiable for long-term success. It's the bedrock of a thriving online business. The secret. Running an elite side hustle now. I told you that there was a secret stage at the end. Well, that's stage 4, running an elite side hustle. We've talked about breaking past the early struggles and building a solid, successful side hustle. But this is the level that I estimate less than 1% of people ever reach. So what sets these elite 1% of people apart from the rest? One word, reinvesting. As soon as you start making money, even if it's just a small profit, get into the habit of putting a portion of it back into your side hustle. A lot of people think the goal of making money is purely to spend it on nice things, the new car, the fancy watch, the big house. And while those things are certainly nice, the real power of money, the true secret of wealth creation, is using it to make even more money. I've talked before about investing in the stock market, and that's absolutely vital for long-term wealth. But when you are just starting out, when you are building your online business, the single best investment isn't stocks. It's your own business. Unlike stocks, where you have to sit back and wait, you have full, direct control over growing your own side hustle. You are the CEO, the decision maker, and your actions directly impact your returns. So, how exactly do you reinvest in a way that actually helps you make more? Let's break it down. 1. Upgrade your tools. In the beginning, you might be doing everything manually. You're copy-pasting product descriptions, manually creating every social media post, perhaps even fulfilling orders yourself if you're not using an automated system. But once you start making sales, reinvesting in tools that save you time can help you scale exponentially. This could mean investing in a more robust email marketing platform, a scheduling tool for your social media posts, or advanced analytics software to track your customer behavior. For instance, moving from manually posting on TikTok to using a content scheduler that automatically posts at optimal times can free up hours of your day, allowing you to focus on strategy instead of execution. 2. Put money into getting more customers. People that make the most money online don't just wait for people to come to them. They actively reinvest in marketing to bring in more traffic and sales. This isn't a cost. It's an investment with a direct return. This could mean paying for targeted ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads. Carefully tested campaigns can put your product directly in front of your ideal customer. Testing new content ideas. Invest in better equipment for your videos. Hire a designer for more appealing graphics, or experiment with different content formats that resonate with your audience. Working with small influencers, micro-influencers in your niche can be incredibly effective. A small payment to someone with 10,000 engaged followers can often yield far better results than a huge payment to a celebrity with millions of disengaged followers. I've seen a single sponsored post from a relevant TikTok creator send thousands of sales to a small e-commerce store. 3. Start to outsource instead of trying to do everything alone and burning yourself out in the process. The elite 1% reinvest in outsourcing small tasks. Now, if you are just getting started, this might sound like something you should worry about much later. But that's exactly why most people never reach this level. The mindset shift needs to happen early. This could be as simple as paying someone on Fiverr or Upwork to design a better logo for your store. A professional logo instantly elevates your brand's perceived value. Hiring a friend or a local student to film some social media content for you, freeing up your time to focus on strategy and scaling. Outsourcing customer service for a few hours a week. Once orders start flowing, replying to emails and messages can become a full-time job. Handing this off frees you up to find more customers if you start thinking this way early on, knowing that your first profits should primarily go back into growing your side hustle. You'll already be ahead of 99% of people who get stuck at these lower levels. You'll be building an asset, not just earning a quick buck. If you're ambitious but maybe a little bit lazy, I'm going to leave another video right up there that dives deeper into automating your online income streams, but don't click on it just yet. Make sure you subscribe if you want to continue growing your wealth and building real online income. All right, I'll see you over there.